All right, so we've got the flat color done for two faces now, building from our speed painting. On top of that, we have our adjustments. Now moving to the next. Let's get younger and younger as we go, so we'll go over here next. All right, so same thing, still on this flat color layer. Our work is saved and ready to go. And going to paint with 100% opacity right over the top. But to help, we have guidelines here. And to start with the sketch layer, I'm going to select this head just in the sketch and stretch it out a little bit. Let's see. To fill out my caricature sketch. So, transform that, scale it up, make it a little bit taller there. Actually, that's beginning to fit pretty well. Maybe that's all it needs. Okay. Now remember, that's just my sketch shape painting layer behind. And I'm going for a caricature. So to kind of match with what I have, I'm going to select the basic shape drawing of the father above, Command X, then Command V to paste it in separately in case I want to make use of it later. Or aligning and playing with. Then turn it off. But I can set it at 50%. And on multiply mode. And just turn it off for now. Okay. Here we go. Almond-shaped eye. Very even on the inside arch and outside arch. Very even double fold. There we go. That's how it begins. All right. Using some of the colors I've used before, and start kind of building around this. The nose, I sketched the nose quite differently than I have it here. So the structure of his face moves down a little bit. And this is where I get to correct that. Move the highlight of his nose down, shore it up here between the eyes, highlight on the forehead. Forehead's shorter, right? He's got these bangs, kind of the most interesting hairline. He's got quite a bit of space between his eye and the side there. He's got these big rosy cheeks. He has more space than his dad between the bottom of his nose and his upper lip. Let's get those nostrils in, just indicated. Red is a good color for these kind of indications around nostrils, the edges of surfaces. Side of the nose, under the eyes. And for the crease of the smile, let's see what we've got. Shape those lips a little bit, thin lower lips, highlight on them. The whites of the eyes are not actually white. You'll see that's actually quite dark. That color in there. But we'll go ahead and brighten them up. Helps me notice that that highlight should also probably be a little higher. You want them to look like they're looking at you, or looking all in the same general vicinity anyway. Even if you can't tell their eye color. Let's see. I try not to worry too much about making the kids look exactly the age they are, because kids grow so fast anyway. You're just trying to get a little bit of their personality through in the caricature. That's what you can hope for. That's difficult enough. Well, that's kind of a nice in-between color. Save that off to the side. So even though I'm doing it 100% opacity, if I feather the shape of my brush a little bit, I can get in-between colors, even painting at 100%. So that could be helpful. This hair is looking mighty dark next to the skin tone, so let's get some more variation in these skin tones. And tighten up his jawline. I like that, kind of jutting out the jaw a little bit. You'll notice kids' faces are much smoother. There's not as many hard edges, and so not as many sharp value changes you need to make. A lot more gradated form shadows. But it can make caricaturing them difficult, because if everything is just left to be too soft, then nothing stands out. So he doesn't have very strong smile lines, but he's still going to have those creases. And I do need to show the edge of his nose. And again, red is great for going around eyes. Just little hints of it helps suggest life. Okay, these ears I can have some fun with. Let's see how much they match. So let's shape them up a little bit. Just painting with the white. And I can push the ear all the way over here. Yeah, it's coming along. All right, let's get a little bit more color in the lips. Kids might have a little bit more color in their lips than adult males because the lips lose color as you age. Kind of dry out, become more like the skin on the outside. It needs to be kind of dark, actually. Can't be too subtle. This isn't about details, it's about placement. Okay, nostrils are always a little tricky. You don't want people staring inside people's noses. At the same time, you need to get a pretty sharp edge to kind of turn that form. So every once in a while you'll need fairly strong shapes. So as long as they don't call attention to themselves. Possibly in the ear as well. Help turn that form around. I can leave the outside shape of the hair pretty soft at the time, for the time being. Figure out how I will resolve it later. So the ear cuts in a little bit there. Work on this lapel behind it. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Yeah. Kids are cute. Now, we're always hypercritical of caricatures of people we know and live with, which is why it's very tough to caricature people that you are close to, because you'll be hypercritical. So for practice, it's good to do celebrities or do faces that you're not quite so familiar with. And then you're gonna be easier on yourself. This is a complicated task. And when you're just starting out, getting something that just resembles a human is an incredible accomplishment. The likeness comes with practice and paying attention to some of the things I've been mentioning. All right, so that's our third face.